Imagine a creature that looks like a piece of coral with attitude, a fish that lures, strikes, and vanishes without ever moving a muscle. Introducing the frogfish, a bizarre undersea creature that could give any horror movie villain a run for their money. If you think camouflage is impressive, the frogfish takes it to superhero level. It doesn't just blend in. It morphs, it deceives, it downright disappears into the environment. But frogfish don't just hide. These guys have a sneaky trick up their fin. A modified spine on top of their heads acts as a fishing lure, waving in front of their mouths like a worm on a hook. Unsuspecting prey swims up, thinking they've found a snack. Bad news for them. It's the last thing they'll ever see. Now, about that mouth. Frogfish can open their mouths with such explosive speed that it creates a vacuum, sucking in water and prey in the blink of an eye. We're talking faster than a snake strike. 1 second, the prey's there. The next, it's gone. And frogfish? They just sit there looking as innocent as a rock. But don't let that face fool you. Frogfish are highly sophisticated hunters. Instead of chasing after food, they're masters of ambush predation. Why waste energy swimming around when you can just lie in wait, looking like a pile of sea junk until lunch floats by? That's right. Frogfish are lazy, and they're proud of it. Their laziness is a work of art, though, because their disguise is nothing short of world class. Frogfish come in almost every color you can imagine: yellow, red, orange, black, even bright pink. Not only can they match the corals or sponges around them, but some species can even change color to blend in better over a few days. It's like they're underwater chameleons with an extreme makeover twist. But what if a frogfish can't find the perfect camouflage? No problem. Many have a rough, lumpy texture that looks exactly like the surface of a coral or sponge. So even if the color's off, they still look like ocean furniture. And then there's the walk. Yes, frogfish actually walk across the sea floor on their modified fins. It's not the most graceful sight. It's more like a waddle or a drunk shuffle, but it's effective. Why swim and draw attention when you can lumber along unnoticed? The frogfish knows it's better to be stealthy than speedy. But what about their love lives? When it comes to romance, frogfish play it risky. During mating, the female releases her eggs in a gelatinous balloon-like mass that floats up. The male then fertilizes this bubble of eggs, but not without a bit of drama. If he's not quick enough, he might just become her next snack. Yes, frogfish are cannibals. So much for romance. Frogfish aren't exactly team players either. They're solitary and territorial, only coming together for, well, the occasional dangerous date night. And if another frogfish wanders into their territory, watch out. Things get ugly fast as they're not above using their chompers on each other. Interestingly, frogfish have some pretty fascinating relatives in the anglerfish family. That's right, they're distant cousins of the deep-sea anglerfish, the one with the spooky glow in the dark lure. While frogfish stick to the shallows, they've clearly borrowed a few tricks from their creepy deep-sea kin. Both use lures to attract prey, both are masters of disguise, and both have jaws that could give a vacuum cleaner a run for its money. Now, you'd think a fish this odd would be an easy meal for bigger predators, right? Wrong? Many frogfish are covered in tiny spines or carry toxic mucus on their skin. Just in case a nosy predator thinks it might be worth the risk, frogfish offer a mouthful of regret. But as with any weird and wonderful creature, humans have begun to take notice. Frogfish are becoming popular among divers and photographers looking for the perfect underwater snapshot. Just finding one is like winning a game of hide and seek. Spotting them is tough, and snapping a photo even harder. These guys vanish into the background like magic. One of the most bizarre species is the psychedelic frogfish. Found in the waters around Indonesia, this species looks like it came straight from an abstract painting. brightly colored and covered in swirling patterns. It's almost as if it wants to be noticed. But even then, it's an expert at blending into multicolored corals. And let's not forget about their larvae. When baby frogfish are born, they're tiny, translucent, and helpless. They drift in the open ocean for days, maybe even weeks, until they find a cozy spot on the reef to settle down and begin their journey to becoming master ambush predators. So why do they look so, well, strange? The answer is simple: evolution. Over many years, frogfish have developed this outlandish look because it works. In the cutthroat world of survival, looking like a sponge and ambushing food is a solid strategy. There's no need to be fast or graceful or traditionally beautiful. In fact, the weirder, the better. And let's just take a moment to appreciate how alien frogfish really are. They're fish that look like rocks, that walk on legs, that lure with bait, that attack with vacuum mouths, and that mate with a cannibalistic twist. This isn't just another fish. It's a one-fish freak show. So, the next time you're by the ocean, remember, below the waves lurk creatures stranger than any sci-fi movie, weirder than any urban legend. And somewhere, nestled into a coral reef, probably laughing in its own silent way, there's a frogfish waiting for its next meal to wander by.